Hey there, it's David, the ADHD LGPC, and today we're talking about grounding techniques, brought to you by literally laying on the ground when things become too much to handle. So, what are grounding techniques? Grounding techniques are things we use in therapy that exist in order to reduce your anxiety or another stressful emotion from an 8, 9, or 10 on a 1 through 10 scale down to something more manageable that you can then engage with using a coping skill. So, a grounding technique really is there as that emergency brake on things are too much right now, I can't use a coping skill, I have to bring myself down into the moment so I can then choose how I want to act. Often, grounding skills are used when you feel out of control. A grounding skill can be anything that really stops you at that top level. And so an example would be feeling the ground beneath your feet. Or there's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique we use very much in therapy, which is you notice 5 things around you that you see and you name them, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things that you hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you taste. And usually by the time you've run through these and actually named them, your anxiety or another emotion has gone down a little. The idea is not that your problem goes away, or nor is it that all of the emotions will stop. No, a grounding skill is there just in order to bring yourself to the point where you regain control and feel like you can choose what to do then. So another example of why it's important is, let's say that you're at home and something happens that makes you incredibly angry. Well, if one of your coping skills is reading a book, maybe it's going to be really difficult to open that book and read it when you're seething with anger. So instead, we first have to do something else. This can be taking that deep breath. There are a lot of different techniques that we use for grounding, which we'll touch on in a different video, but other things that can include like temperature changes, taking that hot or cold shower in order to cool off for a second, or just feeling the ground beneath your feet. So, to overview, grounding techniques are what we use when we hit an 8, 9, or 10 on a difficult emotion scale, and we really just have to bring ourselves down so we can regain control of our actions. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next video.